everybody, it's Little Prepper Lady here. Today is Tuesday, it's June 25th, 2019. The topic of today's video, I'm going to jump right into it. Just thinking about everything that I've experienced out here in California and everything that I've experienced in life in general. I'm just kind of, compiling a list of all these things that keep popping into my head about how America, this great nation, that was built on a dream essentially, has turned into the land of the lost, essentially, in my opinion. Again, as I always say, you guys can have your own opinions on everything, but I'm just going to shoot some things out there that I've been thinking about. And as always, I like to hear your guys' feedback on it. I like to hear your opinions. Like I said, I'm reading the comments. I know what you guys are saying. I'm on vacation, so I'm not responding, but if I get a chance, any point in time, I will. So the decline of America, essentially, is what I want to talk about. This used to be a place where our ancestors, and let's be realistic, unless we're 100% Native American, or we have some type of Native American blood running through us, which I do. My mother's side of the family is Native American partially, and French Canadian. So, and then my father's side is Irish and English. So, unless you're directly descendant from, the United States before it was the United States, we're all immigrants here, okay? I'm not saying that, illegal immigrants is a good thing, because I've already had that discussion and we all know, the issues as far as that is concerned. But I'm saying our ancestors came through and did the process and became legal citizens of the United States for a purpose. This is a land, or it used to be a land, where you could come and you could have a good life for your family. You could make a good life for your family and the future generations, your kids, your grandkids, their grandkids, and so on and so forth. That was the intention of everybody migrating over here to the United States in the first place. And unfortunately, all of these hundreds of years later, it's not the case. A lot of the settlements around where I'm from were established in the 1700s, 1800s. Same thing around here from what I've discovered. Hi, Bree. Say hi. You're on camera. She's a teenage girl eating hot dogs. So, a lot of the places, even around this area, were established in like the 1700s. Some of them in the 1600s. This just depends on where you go. So it's been a long time since our ancestors came over here and established settlements and started to build towards a better future, because that was the whole point in coming to America, was to escape, all of the rule of kings and queens and lords and all of those kind of things, and start a new life, start fresh, and be able to do something with your life. And as a nation, as a society, we have become soft. We're allowing so many things to happen, so many rules and regulations and laws go into place that are disrupting our constitutional rights and are allowing the government and those that are in control to dictate how we are going to live our lives. This is supposed to be a free nation. We are supposed to be land of the free, home of the brave. And no matter where you go, I don't see that. I don't see land of the free and home of the brave. I see land of the under strict regulations and laws, and I see a land of soft individuals who don't stand up and fight for what they believe in anymore. And I'm just as guilty as that as everybody else is. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I stand up and do everything. I'm not a part of my city council. I don't go to city meetings, town meetings, anything like that. And I should. And it starts at that level to make a difference. You have to be active in your community, and you have to start paying attention to things that are going on in your community and in your county and at the state level, and getting in contact with your state senators and your mayors and your councilmen, and trying to get your voice heard and trying to make a difference to change the way that things are going for this country, because it's just going to continue to get worse if we continue on this path that we're going. We're not standing up for what we believe in. We're not saying what we believe in. And if we do say what we believe in, people are attacking us for it. This used to be a country where you would have an Italian person and a Native American, and they would have differing opinions and issues with things, but they would come together and they would work for the greater good of whatever area that they were in, whatever thing that they were trying to accomplish. They would work together, and you don't see that anymore, and it's part of the plan. They want to tear us down. They want to divide and conquer. If they can keep this person against this person, they can separate the family unit, they can cause all of these different things and have people distracted, then they can get away with whatever it is that they want to get away with. And unfortunately, that is the direction that we're headed in, and we're most of the way there. There are some of us that are awake, and that's great, but there needs to be a vast majority of us to be awake in order for there to be a difference to be had in this country if we're going to save it. And unfortunately, people go and say, the president, the president, the president, the president. I'm sorry, guys. My opinion again, that has nothing to do with it. He is one person, or she is one person, or whoever it's going to be is one person. We are billions on this planet. And in the United States, I don't know how many people are in the United States, but it's a lot more than one person. So if we join together, if we are fighting for the greater good, for our rights, for our freedoms, to make this country the great country that we want it to be, we have to do that. He can't do that all on his own, or she can't do that all on his own. Whoever's going to be the president next year, they're not going to be able to do that all on their own. We have to do that. We have to start making a difference from the lowest level and just keep rising and raising and raising and raising and raising the awareness. And I'm not saying, do it in a bad way. I'm not saying, have issues with people and cause conflict. I'm saying let's work together. Let's start trying to get a community together where we can share different opinions, share different views, not get upset, not get angry with people because they have a different opinion or a different view. I don't know how many people said they unsubscribed from me because I'm a liberal. That's my choice. You want to be a Republican or a Democrat? That's your choice. Everybody's entitled to their own choice. You can't attack a person and be upset with them because they chose differently than you did. That's what the United States is based on. That's what this country is based on, is different cultures coming together to work towards a common good. And you know what? It shouldn't even be about the country. It should be about humanity as a whole. That's our job, is to work together for the greater good, and we're not doing that. And that's exactly what they want. They want us against each other. They want people not talking to other people because they're liberal or they're Republican or they're Democrat or they're gay or they're straight or they're lesbian or transgender, whatever. Who cares? We're all humans, okay? We need to stop with the hate and stop with the nastiness and stop with the issues with differing opinions. We need to take all of that and we need to sit back and go, that's a good way of looking at it. Or, I don't agree with that, but you're entitled to your opinion. You might have a good point here, you might have a good point there. If we take my good points and your good points and we put them together, we could probably do some good with that. But we're not doing that. And that's why America is going in the direction that it's going. It's not because of the president. It's not because he's not doing everything. How can you put all of everything that has declined in this country over the past 2 centuries, essentially 3 centuries, how can you put that on one person? You can't. You can't sit back and go, oh, it's all his problem. He's going to have to deal with it. No, it's our problem. We live here. There are rights. There are freedoms. It's our children and their children that we need to be concerned about. And we need to step up and we need to start getting our act together and we need to start joining together and doing it for the greater good of this country, or we're going to lose it. It's as simple as that. Do you guys want to live like, I don't know, China? Do you want to live like Russia? Do you want to live like those countries? Because if you do, then you should just be over there. I don't want to live like that. I don't know about anybody else, but that's not the life that I want to live. I want the United States to be what the United States stands for. The land of the free and the home of the brave. And we're just not there. And it's going to take us as a nation to work together to get back to that point again. And that's what we need to do. And if we're not doing that, the rich are going to continue to get richer and the poor are going to continue to get poorer. We can't properly raise our children with discipline and teach them right from wrong for fear of having them taken away from us and thrown into foster care. We as parents literally have no rights anymore. We can't do anything for our children to teach them the proper way to live without fear of prosecution, fear of having them taken away from us. We have to walk on eggshells while we're raising our children. That's not the life I want to live. And I don't want that life for my children either. And I'm sure none of you out there who have children want that life either. But we can't leave that up to the person that's in charge of this country to change it. We have to do that. We have to put aside the hate and put aside the negativity and put aside the opposite, anger and, oh, you said this and I don't agree with that, so I'm not going to talk to you. We need to put all that aside. That's not going to solve anything. That's just giving into what they want. And we can't do that if we're going to get this country back to the way that it needs to be. Period. It's as simple as that. That's all I really wanted to say for today, guys. I mean, I'm at a loss. The only thing that I can think of is joining together as a town, a city, a state, a nation, in trying to make this country what it was meant to be. What our founding fathers said this country should be. We need to get back to that. And it's going to be up to us, not whoever we elect, or more specifically, whoever gets elected for us. As always, guys, always remember, everything does happen for a reason. Whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you're in a good situation or a bad situation, just stick with it. You're on that journey for a reason. Everything's going to be okay. Also, always remember, forget about the past. There isn't anything that we can do about the past other than learn and grow, become better people from our past. We need to be living in the now while staying focused on the future. We need to be living, loving, laughing, and enjoying our lives and our friends and our family right now, because tomorrow, it's not guaranteed. We all could not be here tomorrow, so it's important that we're living our lives and we're staying focused on the future. That's all I've got for you guys today. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe it will be on Thursday. Bye.